Well, Cyberpunk 2077's launch didn't get off to a great start, now did it? While the PC version of the game is running somewhat well, the console version of the game is pretty much a thing of nightmares. I mean, just look at this guy.
Yeah, got my eye on you.
We get it. Launching a game this big is a huge deal and bugs were bound to happen, but maybe CD Projekt Red should have let this game cook in the oven a bit more. I mean, they only had 8 years, right? Whether your copy of the game is busy crashing or if you're waiting for the next patch, you gotta admit, some of these bugs are hilarious. I mean, come on, there is a lot of laughs to be had here. So, today we're going to be taking a look at some of the funniest things we've come across in Cyberpunk 2077. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you don't, well, the latest patch is going to be delayed by a whole other week. Don't risk it. Cars of Future Past. This one's a personal favorite of mine because it manages to show off how much variety Night City has, as well as how broken it is. It's the perfect introduction to this buggy, broken mess of a game. So, V's on the highway and is in need of a set of wheels. Lucky for V, he has tons of options to choose from. Every time V turns around, a brand new car shows up, replacing the other one with mine. It's uncanny how on point this glitch is. V has dozens of cars to choose from. It's like an all-you-can-drive buffet. It's great. The traffic design is completely broken and isn't fluid at all. Like the cars were just getting recycled every time V turns away from them. The funny part is that the cars stop a good 6 feet away from V, even though they're on the highway. Maybe Night City has corona measures too. You'll float too. Have you ever had that dream where you're hovering or floating in the air and have no idea how to get down? Well, there's a Cyberpunk bug for that horrible feeling. We found this strange bug over on Reddit, where the poster said that they began floating over the entire map after the game forced to load. I mean, this person is literally floating over the entire map. You can even see the dead area around the map. And the deeper they fall through the map, the more muddy the screen and textures become. It's honestly like some sick dream that you just want to stop. Eventually, they hit the unrendered ground and you can see the body just lying there. The coolest thing about this bug is that we actually get to see an above view of the map, really pointing out how huge it is. It just totally sucks that the way we get to experience that was through a bug. Now, if you thought that was trippy, wait till you see this next one. Stop and fly. So the player is just driving down the highway on their motorcycle, minding their own business, and then they crash into a car. In a normal game, the character would just fly across the screen. But here, all seems to be well. V's still on the bike. But then the game realizes that, wait, no. Physics are a thing, and then V is catapulted across the map. If you thought that motorcycle bug is funny, wait till you see what's next. Motor Nightmare. Night City is a huge place, and to get around, you're gonna need a set of wheels. Sure, you could get a boring old car, but how about a fast-paced motorcycle? The driving in Cyberpunk 2077 has largely been criticized, but with bugs like these, I mean, who wouldn't? Just take a look at this bug where V is driving on his bike, terrorizing law-abiding citizens, and then suddenly he stands up and starts doing the Tpose. Then his pants disappear? Then V disappears? Honestly, this is more terrifying than anything David Lynch has ever come up with. Then here's this whack motorcycle bug where you can essentially just use an NPC as your own personal ramp to get some sick airtime. And of course, who can forget the bug where V is riding the motorcycle on the side of it? Tpose. Alright, remember like 3 years ago when T-poses were a thing you couldn't escape? Like every online meme was just a random character doing T-poses? Well, CD Projekt Red has made them an integral part of the game. So it looks like NPCs have been programmed to do a T-pose whenever they're confused or stalled. Just take a look at this. V's riding his motorcycle on the sidewalk and a woman gets startled. Instead of running away like a normal person, she just stands motionless and does a T-pose. The game is filled with NPCs who just randomly go for the T-pose when they're confused. Here's one we found in a club. The funny thing about the nightclub T-pose is that it isn't an isolated incident. Tons of people have found that woman doing a T-pose. Here's another one. She's just casually standing on the street doing a T-pose. I wonder what compels them to do that. Walk on by. Okay, just by seeing the T-pose, you can see just how janky the AI in the game is, but this next bug highlights how the AI can perform miracles. We're not kidding, the AI in this game is capable of doing far more than you can even imagine. So by now we know that NPCs will run away from you when you fire a shot. It's standard open world game practice for that to happen, but Cyberpunk 2077 takes that idea to the next level by having everyone, and I mean everyone, run away. Just take a look at this bug. This dude's in a wheelchair and V fires a shot. Everyone takes a second or two to process it and then they run. The next second, the man in the wheelchair has disappeared, probably running away. Good for that guy for taking fight or flight to the next level, but come on, man, that doesn't make any sense. The funniest part about it is that another dude just spawns where the wheelchair is and just casually walks away. Honestly, the citizens of Night City may not appear to be super smart, but they definitely know when to run away. Finally, a flying car. I was pretty disappointed when I found out that Cyberpunk 2077 wouldn't let you drive any flying cars. Like, it's the future. We should have them, right? It's a video freaking game. And now it's not like they're not even in it. I mean, if you choose the Corpo life path, then you get to ride in a flying car. You just can't drive it. It turns out that there are flying cars in the game you can drive, if only accidentally. Just check this bug out. This V summons a car, gets in, and well, you can see what happens. So V's just pretty much floating through time and space. Here's another instance of that, except this time, V's jacking someone else's car and gets a rude awakening. Balls out. Okay, this one's the one you've all been waiting for, the one that's been memed to death. So one of the features most fans were excited for was the ability to customize your genitals. If you went online, there was a huge debate between Penis 1 and Penis 2, but there's this insane bug that tons of people have where even if you're wearing clothes, your character's genitals still kind of pop out. Like they're just hanging there, blowing in the breeze. This is everyone's favorite bug, and to be honest, it kind of feels like a feature at this point, so we won't have to give it too much slack, of course. News sites had a field day with this one, because honestly, why wouldn't they? It's hysterical. Well, those were some of our favorite bugs that we came across during our time with Cyberpunk 2077. Honestly, there were tons of amazing and frightful bugs, but we just didn't have time to show them all off. Have you guys had any bugs while playing the game? Or are you holding off until a patch comes through? Comment below and let us know. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification button. It really helps us out.